So far, Arsenal were fresh off of two losses. We lost in the Carabao Cup final to Man City, and we lost to Southampton. And we didn't just lose both games, we got completely cooked. Man City did us through and through. Some bad couple mistakes and some bad backline mistakes. And then also Southampton, a literal championship team we just lost to. So hopefully we can come back against Sporting. To be fair to the club, this is our first time losing two games in a row all season. We've had such a good season so far, and these last two losses kind of not derail things, but it kind of puts a cloud over what we've already done, making it seem like we're struggling and really in such bad form. But all season, we haven't lost two games in a row. Like, that's actually insane. Most other teams have lost more than two games in a row, but we just haven't at all. This is the first time this season, and it's like squeaky bum time. It's obviously, if there is a time to be losing games, it's definitely not now, but it just puts in perspective how hard the whole season has been and how locked in our team has been and how we're just losing games for the first time now. But it's also law of averages, isn't it? A lot of it is just law of averages working out 100% because before the Carabao Cup game, it was like 49 games in the season and we won, like, we lost 3 games. Like, that ratio is crazy. We're not the Invincibles is crazy, but we're not the Invincibles. We're going to lose games. So the ratio is bound to, like, equal out at some point. But we've done such a good job at keeping it like so close. And even the games we've lost have been like the Sabazlai free kick. That was a game we lost. We lost to Aston Villa, the Bangers. And then I can't even think about what other game we lost. So the only games we've lost this season are Liverpool, and that was the Sabazlai free kick. Banger. We lost to Aston Villa, and that was like the late Buendia goal, and they were like on a crazy run of form at the time. And then the Man United lost when we lost 2-3, and they scored the Cunha banger, the Dorgu banger, and then all three just worldies to win the game. So like every loss that we've had, we've been super in the game. There hasn't been a loss that we've just been blowing out the water. But the Man City game was the first game that from probably, I'd say the first 15 minutes we were the better team. After that, from the 15-minute mark until the end of the game, Man City had us. I was shitting bricks. I was afraid the whole game. Man City had us. There's no oh, but we played. No, Man City had us that entire game. Southampton, we had our moments, but I wouldn't say we completely had the game by like the choke of the throat. We were folding. We were allowing stupid mistakes. Gabriel was playing them through, like heading the ball back. It was insane, and that's the thing that worries fans. I think fans are worried that we lost because like last season, Liverpool lost to Plymouth in the FA Cup, and then they lost to Newcastle in the Carabao Cup final. Liverpool fans, nobody's talking about that. Right now, throughout the summer, nobody mentioned that one time because they won the league. So theoretically, if we win the league, none of that matters. But it's just the way that we lost that is so irking. We're known for being defensively solid. We're supposed to have such a deep squad. Our second team is supposed to be able to hold down, but they just struggled, which is what has fans worried. So hopefully, against Sporting, none of these issues persist and a lot of these issues are fixed. A lot of these issues also do reside with us playing a lot of our second team players. And although there's some injury issues and some players still might not be back, we should have most of our team back. So we should be able to play a pretty strong team and not have any excuses. Yeah, throughout the practice yesterday, Declan Rice was back. Gabriel went out in the middle of the FA Cup game, so it was kind of scary wondering whether he was going to be in or out, but he's back. And TROSSARD is back, which is another big plus. We still have Saka, who is probably not going to play, not 100%, but he wasn't training, so he's probably not going to play. And same with TROSSARD, he's also out, not going to play. Marino, he's been out. Eze, he's still out as well. Tough losses, but we should be able to do against Sporting. In the Champions League, we got blessed with the draw, luck of the draw. We should be able to make semis at least. Sporting is a team they're a good team. We were saying Southampton, yeah, we got the best draw, yada, 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 and we fumbled it. So we can't have that same mindset, but this is the best draw that we could have of all the teams that could be playing. This is the matchup we want. So our predicted starting lineup, I'm gonna start with the back. I think it'll be David Raya at the back, safe hands. Like the drop off between him and Kepa is insane. I don't want to see Kepa play at all the rest of the season, please. But Raya at the back. Our back four, since Timber is still out, I don't see Ben White being dropped. He did have a rough game yesterday. But the past 3 games before that and his time with England, except for giving away the free kick, the pen, he did a really good job, I would say. And the last FA Cup game against Mansfield. The last FA Cup game against Mansfield. He played well, he did his thing. And I honestly think that the more minutes he has under him, he'll keep doing his thing. Just needs to get up to full fitness, get to game fitness, but FA Cup, it is what it is. On the left, I still see Calafiori playing. I'm pretty sure Nkapie is out as well. Nkapie is in the injury list. So Calafiori, Miles Lewis-Skelly coming in off the bench, and then Saliba Gabriel at the back. Gabriel does have some question after he came on the FA Cup game, so maybe Mascara there, but I'm pretty certain it will be Saliba Gabriel. If they're fit, you play them. If they're fit, you play them. We have to get the win here. In the middle, same as always, Zubi, Deck, Olola, Deck in the middle, 2 little double pivot, and then Odegaard in front of them. And then this is a time that, so obviously Victor Gyökeres up top, but then on the right, Saka hasn't been practicing with the team, so he's probably out. And Madueke, I wouldn't say he's on the best run of form. He does well in the Champions League, and Sporting might be a team that he just has a feast against. But this would honestly be a great situation to have Ethan Wanyeri. And hindsight is always 20/20. I know in the moment, it's obviously best for him to get minutes, go out on loan, and then De Zerbi's not there. So in hindsight, yes, we should have kept him. He would be great for us right now. He'd be getting minutes on the right. We'd be playing him now. He'd probably even get minutes if Saka isn't ready for the next game. But although Max Dowman is another option for this position, he just played a full 90. And I don't think at 16 you want to be running 90s into him, especially FA Cup, Champions League, something in the Prem, another 90. We gotta protect him. He has years on years on years in his career. We have, although I hate to say it, and I don't even want to think about anything past this season, we have future Prems to worry about. Max Dowman is the future. So I don't think he should start back-to-back 90s. But Madueke, for that reason, Madueke will probably start. And then on the left, it'll be a toss-up of Trossard Martinelli. I feel like Martinelli might get the nod just because of fitness, and he's already game fit. But Trossard is just a bit more reliable. But they're both at a point right now that they're both pretty inconsistent. So it's just a toss-up. One doesn't do well, 60th minute, they'll probably come out for the other, maybe halftime. But I have another video coming out later about a signing that Arsenal might make that I think would help with this issue. But Sporting, they lost 3-0 to Bodo Glimt on their first game. This lineup that I just went over should be better than that Bodo Glimt lineup. They should be able to work hard, they should be more cohesive, and they should be able to do more, or just as good as a 3-0 win against Sporting. Obviously, there are other factors at play, run in forms, what's going on with them, and they do have an insane home record. They won, I think it's 17 games in a row. In that, they also beat Sporting, not Sporting, they beat PSG, and they beat Bodo Glimt throughout that 17 games. So playing there is nothing easy, but at the same time, Gyökeres he knows about them, he's practiced against them, the same way they know him, he also knows them. So the way that they practice defending him and they know how to stop him, he knows how to keep scoring on those defenders, it's just like it's in training. And I think that'll honestly be a big help. Defensively, we have been shaky, but I think with our back line, once again, law of averages, we're bound to have 1 or 2 shaky games. We're gonna beat ourselves again. That's not a fear that I have. That's not something I'm worried about. As I said earlier, Liverpool, they lost against Plymouth in the FA Cup. They lost to Newcastle in the Carabao Cup. After they won the Prem, nobody was talking about it. Not Liverpool fans, not Man City fans, not Arsenal fans. Nobody cared. They won the Prem. So I think it'll be a similar thing with us. The FA Cup, it is what it is. It honestly it might. You gotta win the Prem. You gotta win the Prem. You might have to win a Champions League before you can unlock the treble and doubles and quadruples talks. You gotta win a trophy before the key can go in and unlock. You know what I mean? And we haven't done any of that. So we gotta lock in now. We're out of the Carabao Cup. We're out of the FA Cup. It is what it is. Silver would have been nice, but we didn't get it. Now we're dialed. We focus, and we win this game. It might be a hostile environment for Gyökeres because he didn't leave them on the best of terms. Remember how it was kind of like Alexander Isak, how he left Newcastle, and they did their whole little, you know what I mean? He stopped going to training, media things. He broke up with this Portuguese girl, said, "I'm not playing for this club. I demand to be traded." Da, 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 da. So because of that, I feel like Sporting fans might have some sort of ill will or resentment toward Gyökeres, and it might be one of those situations that every time he touches the ball, it's boo for the first 60 minutes. Or it could be on the other side that fans totally understand that he had an agreement, he was meant to leave, they didn't hold on to their side of it, he wanted to leave, he already had deals set from years before. So that could have also been another side of it, and fans could be totally welcoming. But there is like just the toss-up of you never know, the hostile environment. And it's a Champions League game. No one's friends during Champions League games. We've seen this before. So you guys are gonna have to come in with his head on a swivel, ready to get love, but also ready to take hate and still perform regardless. But as a team, Mikel Arteta said it best in his interview. He said we have to be able to take the pain and use it towards our game. So as a team, we gotta feel like we need silverware, and we gotta finish these last 8 Prem games and like however many Champions League games it is. I'm not even worried about Champions League. Like winning the Champions League is not a foul right now. It's just get through to the next round, get through Sporting. So if we get through the next round, then we can talk about whoever, whether it's Barca or whoever we play. Then we talk about that game, and then we talk about whether we can make it to the finals and who we might play in the finals. But it's not a conversation of winning it right now. The conversation right now is get through Sporting, Bournemouth, Man City, Sporting. That's the order right now. Every next game is the most important game. Hopefully we win. I'll be watching the game with the AFTV watch along. I'll have the live game going, and Lord knows how much I'd be sweating during every game. But come on, you Gunners, let's bring it home.